So I have been so incredibly excited for this. The Ira Armory deck, which has the potential to be the best onboarding product we've seen in years, we now finally have the list and all the new cards. And I am really, really happy to say it does look like this landed. It's a very solid deck. It got the Bittering Thorns reprints we wanted, and it looks like it's pretty much hitting on all cylinders. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. Hey there, my Flesh and Blood friends. Welcome back to the channel for a super awesome, freaking amazing Flesh and Blood Friday, because we get to cover the Ira Armory deck and all the reveals and talk about it. Super excited. Now, kind of a fun fact, I actually sat down to shoot a Tough Nut video. I have everything ready to go. That'll have to come out on Monday now. This is definitely more important than that. And I sat down to shoot the video, and boom, what do I see? 48 minutes ago, the full video went up from LSS, including the deck list. So that's what we're talking about today. I am just over the moon on this. I mean, to be clear, I was predispositioned for excitement, I suppose. But sometimes with that can come disappointment when you don't get what you want or are hoping for. And this absolutely freaking landed. So let's go ahead and start off with the equipment. Snapdragon Scalers is the boots, so you don't see that up here. Now, we had previously seen the Okana Scar Wraps and Iris of the Blossom. What we were missing was the chest piece, which is a brand new chest piece, right? We had talked kind of going into this how there was, you know, like, I think if they had come with the Round the Table kitty package, I think it would have been a little disappointing, but probably would have been okay. But yeah, we have a completely new kit here, which really leans into the Edge of Autumn stuff, which I think is awesome because like that's been her weapon and it's really never ever seen play. So we have the Okana Scar Wraps, which is tap to banish an Edge of Autumn you control. Target ninja action card gains +1. And then whenever attacked you control with Vengeance in the name hits, you can equip an Edge of Autumn. So it's like a Flick Knives from a certain point of view, but it's a Blade Break 2. Okay, very interesting. We then had Iris of the Blossom, which is an instant tap, discard a card, search your deck for a Whirling Mist Blossom, banish it, then shuffle. You may play it this turn, activate only if you've hit this turn, also Blade Break 2. That's obviously your headpiece. It's kind of like Katsu on a stick from it's a Whirling Katsu on a stick, perhaps. And then the brand new one as of 48 minutes ago, Robe of Autumn's Fall. When an Edge of Autumn you control hits, you may destroy this, and if you do, gain 1, but it's got AB1 as well. Oh, I love it. I love it. Especially, so this in of itself, in terms of like the raw effect, meh, right? You can grow into your tunic, but the AB1 and bringing AB into an Armory deck product, right, for like Armory deck battles and stuff like that, it's actually very, very, very relevant. And I'm really hoping we get more and more and more of this stuff. I also want to point out something that's very, very, very important here. Okana and Iris are Majestics. Robe of Autumn's Fall is a rare. So Project Blue, Commoner, that's incredibly relevant. Incredibly relevant to be able to have the AB piece that does not consume a sideboard slot if you were to have to use Null Rune and something else, is what I mean, right? This is pretty huge in of itself. The robe, right? Love it. And then, yes, like I mentioned, snappies to round out the kit. Now, we had seen Enact Vengeance, which was a combo card, which was a, you know, kind of a numbed down CNC from a lot of points of view because it doesn't even do the D-React thing. We had seen that early on, and it implied the Vengeance series, and we now have the Vengeance series. So what you see right now is Seek Vengeance. This exists as a rare, by the way, and it exists in both red and blue. So Seek Vengeance itself has combo. If Edge of Autumn was the last attack this combat chain, this gets go again. So that's pretty awesome. Like, it's perfect. It's perfect. Perfect. It's, you know, if you really actually put it in, I mean, I suppose if you put it into context of, you know, if you're running with Kodachis or something like that, you've got Cut Through and all that good stuff, right? But this is really, in most cases, going to be coming in, or I shouldn't say most, because who knows how play lines will develop, but in a lot of cases, this is going to be coming in for a 5 or a 3, depending on if it's the red or the blue. We now have Vengeance Never Rests. Now, Vengeance Never Rests costs 1, but remember, Edge of Autumn does not care about the being a blue 0, although we do see a fair number of blue 0s in this. But that's okay. That's okay. Gives you growth paths. But Vengeance Never Rests combo, if Edge of Autumn was the last attack this combat chain, this gets go again, and when it hits a hero, banish it, you may play it this turn. Ho, 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 ho. That's hot. That's hot, right? Do the thing. Obviously, you can only... Actually, I suppose there's... Oh, you can. Oh, I just put that together now, right? So with the Scar Wraps, you could, in theory, you could Edge of Autumn, come in with this card, and then Scar Wraps to throw Edge of Autumn. It would leave the zone, come back on the hit for the +1, and then you could actually swing Edge of Autumn again, and then Vengeance Never Rests again. Now, that's four resources, to be fair. They do that math right? Yeah. And anyway, that's a thing. It's possible. You could do it. That's kind of neat. And then obviously enact Vengeance. We've already seen that one. So that rounds out the combo line, but there's more. Oh, there's more. We have the Legacy of Ikaru, which is target. So this is a blue 0. Also defends 3 for an attack reaction, which is pretty hot, right? Think Concealed Blade, stuff like that. Pretty popular for those reasons. So Legacy of Ikaru. Target ninja attack gains +1, and when this hits, if Edge of Autumn was the last attack this combat chain, draw a card. So what, and shout out to Alex, right? I think it was so, actually, I should have said that way earlier. I was super excited to see that Alex was the one in the video, right? Like, been around forever, whatever, it's my guy. He's a good dude. I was really happy to see it was him playing a dev and getting to do these reveals. Anyway, what Alex pointed out in the video was that you could really, do Legacy of Ikaru on top of, like, say your Enact Vengeance or something like that. Pump 1, draw a card. Even if you don't have Go Again, you've got an arsenal. This card's good. So there are some legit good cards in this deck. Now, let's go ahead and look at the deck itself. Okay, so we already walked through the equipment, Edge of Autumn, Iris, Okana, the robe, and then Snappies. Now, into the card pool. Bittering Thorns. Hey-oh! Thank you. Oh, so wanted it in here. I'm so glad. So, 3 Bittering Thorns, 3 Enact Vengeance, 3 Flick Flax. Makes sense because there's combo all over the place. We have 3 Flying Kicks. That seems like an Ira bread and butter play. Although, it's a little harder to do without 2 Kodachis. But on the other hand, because now it's Edge of Autumn with the Goes, and then you have the combo card for the Goes that is 0, and then you have this, you can actually pay for that like pretty easily. You don't need to do shenanigans. So that's pretty neat. We then have 2 copies of Give and Take. So another Majestic in here just cause, right? Give and Take's actually a very good card. Blocks 3, has the natural Goes. I like it. 2 copies of that. To the balance, by the way, is 1 energy Epot in the blues is a balance for that. Otherwise, everything's 3. We got Razor Reflex. You have to have Razor Reflex in an Ira deck. Like, it just feels like the right thing to do. I mean, you don't have to, but it feels like the right thing to do. Scar for a Scar, because that's Ira. Seek Vengeance. 3 Sink Belows. 3 Snatches. 3 Soul Beads. And 3 Torrent of Tempos. Torrent of Tempo also feels like it needed to be in here, right? What is interesting, there's no yellow Bittering Thorns in here. Only yellows we have is Whirling Mist Blossom times 3. And then we have, boom, blue Bittering Thorns. There you go. 1 Epot, 3 blue Flying Kicks, 3 Legacy of Ikaru, 3 Seek Vengeance, 3 Soul Beads, 3 Torrent Blues, and then 3 Vengeance Never Rests. And this is looking pretty freaking sweet. So, we talked cards, we talked the list. Now let's talk the wins. So if we go back to our chat, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago at this point, kind of looking at what this deck needed, I think we've crossed the boxes. So yeah, huge win. I'm super excited. Hopefully no one's disagree with me, but I would love to get your comment below if you're happy about it, what you're thinking about it. I honestly do believe that people are going to try playing Whirling Mist Blossom with this because the cards lead to it. You do have some advantages, though, in that, the deck itself's pretty portable over. You have a lot of blue 3s within the deck if you want to pick up, or 0 3s, blue 0 3s, if you want to go on Kodachis. I don't think you're going to pick this deck up, though, and go Kodachis, because, like, then, like, kind of why are you picking up the deck for the most part, I would think. And I think that in of itself is maybe a good thing. Like, I don't know that established player. I mean, I do think that established players are going to go buy this, to be fair, because of just the nostalgia and the excitement and the hype around it. But, like, I don't think they need to. And, like, I don't know how many of these cards are going to find their way into competitive decks, so to speak. So hopefully there are a lot of these on the shelves. You know, in the previous video, we talked about the quantity needs, and, you know, I hope they overprint. I hope they print this set to the moon and that it's sitting on shelves for years, because, and as long as she's legal, of course, because I think that's awesome. But this is super exciting, folks. I cannot wait for July 11th for this to come out. It's gonna be, I'm just gonna get one, and it's gonna be sleeved in light blue because she looks gorgeous in like a light blue. Oh, I'm gonna have it all. Oh man, so excited. Anyway, let me know what you think. I could just rant for days on this one. I'm so pleased, and I'm so excited. But let me know your thoughts. Nothing else, my friends. Happy Friday, and go Commando.